Hi guys, welcome to the Deep Talk podcast where we share the truth, we talk deeply, we get down nitty and gritty into our thoughts. We don't just explore a topic, we don't just explore a question and see our points of view. We actually get down to it. Why do we think this way? Why have they come across this situation in this way? Welcome to the podcast. Hope you have a great time. Tune in.
I saw the situation on social media, and the guy, the man, he was married to this woman. I think they have like 4 children or 3 children. I can't remember the exact number. And he was earning way less than. Basically, if you were to take his salary and multiply it by 2, it would be what the wife is earning. Mm-hmm. And he wanted to relocate. So he wanted the wife to quit her job and follow him to a different state a different country where they all had to start afresh. But she was saying her job is quite comfortable, and from her job she's able to take care of the family, cover his lapses, and even finance holidays abroad for them and the children. But now the man is taking it very personal because he feels like she's being the man because she earns more than him.
Alright, cool. See, with situation like this, it's very dicey. Because now, if you're going to go to another country, what's the plan for the woman? What is the plan for you? What is the plan for our kids? If there's no kids, what's the plan for us? You are telling me to leave my 1.5 million naira job to come to 800 pounds and live in there's no long-term plan
At
all. And if that is what he's doing, the man is being arrogant. Poverty is eating into his brain.
He's acting on impulse and emotion.
His ego is getting to his brain.
Yes.
Yeah, because his argument is that I'm the man. I should be able to look after my family.
Then
and you're seeing an opportunity where I can be that man to you, get a better job.
You can, because basically what he needs to sort of fulfill and feed his ego is just to be paying for things. That's actually it. So he just, as long as he's able to pay the rent and he can buy the food, and then occasionally she just goes, oh please can I have 2,000 naira? Not for any.
Let me put it in the concept of pounds. Let's say
that will make him feel much.
Let's say she's earning 3,000 pounds, and he's earning like 900.
All right.
Well, he's not paying any bills.
All right.
Listen,
listen.
Exactly.
What he's saying, he's not really behaving like a man. Shall I be honest? Because if you want to take care of your family like properly, logically, for him to move to another country without no plan is just feeding the ego, and he's acting off emotion, which men don't do. If he was actually to have an actual plan, his wife is the person that brings finances to the home. He can understand that and build his own life off of that. All he needs to do is level up or get with somebody where they're making less and he's okay to be the lifestyle that he wants to live.
He can't get with somebody because they're married with children.
Or they're married with children. Yeah, that's fine. So what he needs to do is level up his own life so he gets to that level.
No, but leveling up his own life is very hard in places like Nigeria, where there are so many factors that prevents him, because the wife is a professional at a certain level. So for him to get to that level, he has to level up as a professional or get involved in like scheming.
All right, cool.
Yeah. So it's quite hard to just level up.
Listen, if for example you are married to me, well, you're my wife, you're on, if let's use the UK, you're 4,500. Working at probably your university as a lecturer or something, you're anywhere. What can I do? Level up. I want to level up. Not much. I want to level up. What can you do?
Facts. Facts. Though.
What can you do? What can you do? Are you ready to level up? If you wake him up, see, there are people that are, why they are on this level, why they are this level, you can see they are giving their best to this level. Sooner or later, they'll get to this level.
Facts.
But not is trying to say, I'm the man, I'm the one, I need to be providing, and he's still on this level, even moving down. So there's nothing the woman can do.
Also,
I will be in my job. If I have a doctor that is like that, if comes to me and be like, oh, my husband, I'm like, no, you're not leaving.
I personally would let the man go. I'll stay with my children and keep my good job that's paying me well. That's my personal opinion.
I don't want to go back to that other thing.
No, because cheating is very different from finances.
What I was going to say was that it's also like, I kind of slightly agree with what you're saying about you can go and do whatever you want and leave me behind, because it also means that really and truly he doesn't actually have his wife's best interests at heart. He doesn't necessarily care about
the family.
her.
Yeah, just ego.
Family. He cares about how they make
community sees me,
because
other people see me.
She takes them on holidays abroad on her back.
Me personally, if you want to take me on a holiday abroad,
On
Which
her
is
back.
why I was saying, I was about to say, I just wanted everybody to finish talking. As a man, your best interest is my wife being taken care of? Is the family being taken care of? Are the kids being fed and having the best schools they can possibly have? The best education? Are they going on these great experiences? It doesn't necessarily matter who is providing that, as long as the family is being taken care of. And if he actually wanted to level up, he doesn't need to provide finances. He could be the one organizing it. She might be mad busy at work and have finances, but he could be planning
Nigerian
with the
men
calendars.
left the group chat.
He could have
you are the one who's organising the house.
he could have not even the house. He could have the calendars. Oh, you know what? April the 14th. This is what we're doing. Oh, I saw this very good event. This is what we're doing. I saw this business seminar. We should go to here, and we maybe can invest money to make more money. Just because the wife is actually throwing money at something doesn't mean she's necessarily leading. He could lead from another angle.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be just dash money.
You see the old thing with this.
That's the honest truth.
It's just ego. Your ego, just dealing your man pride. I know it's not easy. It's not easy it's not easy when a woman is the breadwinner. Let me use the word. It's not easy at all. But what I'm saying is that when a woman that is all right. When a woman is the breadwinner, sometimes what she wants to look or see is not you actually provided, it's the potential. Is that what women see? Women don't look at these things. What women see as the potential. If he sees that this guy in 5-10 years time can get to the top, she don't mind providing. But now why she's providing? Instead of you to you want to bring her down and wait till it's your turn to provide. And that's your turn, whether you like it or not. When I tell people that the best time where I've made more money in my life is when I'm okay with my wife. Before we got married. When there's business and I leave the house with this anger or something, I just mess the business up. I go there, something. And in real estate, it depends on how you talk. In Nigeria, it depends on how you talk. I can sell anything to anybody in Nigeria. I can make you buy anything if I have the good words to use. So I realized that when I go there with that emotion, I left the house with feeling like, something has happened. When I go there, I mess up. So I start saying things, and if you are not convincing, you will not buy what you buy what you are offering. So sometimes, but men are like that. Some men are like that. Why? This is an odd process. The process is you don't just jump from A to Z. So now this woman is at probably F or G. You are still at A. What you do is, all right, what can we do? What can I do? See, like I said, what women need to see is potential. And
this is what's talking about drive the other day.
Yeah. When women see that you have the potential to get to this point, what they start doing is that, all right, I'll be patient with you. And that time they can start offering something. And what start messing it up for the men is we allow price to come in comparison. What is Daniel doing in his house?
Yeah, because apparently I just remember the woman gave him a lump sum to invest in a business. I just remember that when she said that.
So what did he do with that lump sum?
He invested it badly, and the business.
He's fumble.
Yeah,
He's fumble.
So it didn't pan out well the way he was expecting.
So let's put it this way now. For example, she has a very good business.
Amen.
And a very good job or something. And I am just struggling. And to like, all right, okay, take this £2,000. Let's put it to these things. Sometimes bad business, they can be bad business. I can put in £2,000 bad business. It's nothing to show for it. But the thing is what the woman wants to say that, you put in a bad business. Fine. What was your attitude?
Yeah.
Those are the things that will help the woman believe that, we can stay. Your attitude during this time when you were broke. Sometimes, whether I like it or not, some people they are just wanting to be rich. When the moment the money comes, they change.
Yeah.
So they start seeing your problem. Sometimes you're wrong. Your pride does not even, because of pride, you don't want to even see that you are wrong.
Yeah.
I remember what I was gonna say.
You invest in the wrong business, so she's probably telling you that, we could have done it this way. Instead of, for example, this is a podcast. This is my idea, but I have a family that is all here right now. I was the one that probably wrote this down. Like, all right, imagine if I go, oh no, this should be me. I should be the one doing it. I should be the one recording. It doesn't work like that. So what will happen is like, I've given you 2K. 2K, okay, bad business. The man, instead of feeling like, oh, babe, sorry, it was just something wrong. Believe me, if I try again, if I go again, I can eat it well. Then instead, it's like, all right, because you gave me the 2,000, now you are the one who want to control my life. Because you gave me the 2,000, I promise you I will pay. You know, Nigerian men can be very sarcastic. Like, oh, well, I promise you I will pay you back. Is it not 2,000? Money that other people are using for holiday. Money that people are giving to buy one shoe. You see, you start noticing the attitude that this guy will not change. This guy won't change. But if at that point you're like, oh babe, it's just wrong business. I thought it would work. Probably this time it didn't work, but let's go again. And the thing with women are builders. Women are, in the Bible, there are only two things that are referred as helpers: Holy Spirit and women. No other person is referred as helpers. No other person help anybody. It's just Holy Spirit and women. So women actually help people to get to their level. But when the women see potential, when they don't see anything, when they see your attitude and like, oh, this one, your brain is, you have weary, they start withdrawing. So this one, they're just whether you like or not, there are some people that are waiting for the money. The moment the money comes, they will explode, and all the bad behavior start coming. Like Nigerian will say, money only amplify the behavior. It was always there.
So I was gonna say a reason why he could be, is because he's looking at his friend, he's looking at his, so I'm assuming he's not the only person of his age that's married with children.
Yeah.
So he'll be looking at his friend who he will be taking his children out on holiday. He will be taking his friend, his wife out. He'll be doing all these different things. But he's not doing that for his wife. So that will be part of the reason why he's feeling any type of way, because you can only really know what's right or wrong based off of what you can see and what you can compare. So he'll be, if all of his friends were in the same boat as him, all of the wives were making more, the wives are the breadwinners, he was in a circle of people who were all just like, just stay at home dads. He wouldn't feel any type of way. But it's when he'll now be seeing his friends making moves, the wives are sleeping at home, the wives are stay-at-home wives, or the wives are making less, he'll then be feeling less like a man, and then that's why he'll want to make such a rash decision to try and reorganize the hierarchy.
Should I be honest though? That's where somebody that's actually mature and understanding will sit down with their partner and say something like, this is how I'm feeling, this is why I'm feeling that way. Yeah. But to make a decision like that with zero plan,
like to even just tell you,
which doesn't even make any sense, it's kind of because men are very logical and rational, and that is complete opposite of that.
But what if his job was moving him to another country?
Fine, if your job was moving to another country, what?
No, the job wasn't moving him. He just wanted to move to another country
and try again and start again. But there's a difference between I have a job in place in Dubai that's going to pay me this much, I can move and relocate. Yeah. Versus I don't like what's going on here. I don't like the fact that you pay for this. I want to move and try somewhere else and come insecure. With me. Yeah. Because all he wants to feel is that. He just wants to feel that his wife is beneath him, really and truly, which is not.
How many women are comfortable being breadwinners?
I know that if it was me, there would be times I would throw it in your face. Let's actually question: as a guy, will you comfortably come out and say, "I'm feeling insecure. I'm feeling less like a man"?
Yeah, but you see the reason.
I feel like you need to. For me personally, I've come to understand this now. For you to have a successful relationship properly, you need to come to a place where you can comfortably have these conversations. Yeah, you have to. You actually have to. You actually just have to. You have to.
But you see the reason. Then again, you see people like some men. I was born in Nigeria. I lived 20 something years of my life, so I'll use Nigeria as an example. Most times, where if you're in Nigeria, you wouldn't want to blame the men. It's because sometimes they open up and be like, this is really affecting me. And like you said, sometimes they can train your face, but then some women, Nigerian women as well, they start to make you look like, sometimes when a man is broke, it's cool, but don't just rub it in his face.
Facts.
So some people chapters start rubbing in your face, always making mention of things that you cannot do financially. And then again, it starts, and what affects men is the fact that I'm not bringing anything to the table. I'm useless. So when you start painting a picture to them every time, hence why the man will want to be like, I don't care what we're going to see, but when we're square, let's see who will make it better. Yeah. But then that's what it happens. But some of them,
he just needs to find a way that he can actually feel and be useful.
Yeah.
Because he feels like he's useless and that he feels. Do you know what it is? He feels like he's not needed in the space.
But also, I feel like you need to have an understanding, like, the role of a man is not just to bring money, because at the end of the day, in this day and age, I can bring my own money. So I didn't marry you for your money and nothing else.
But society make you feel like when a man you're not providing, you're not a man.
That's true.
To be fair, the Bible did say a man that doesn't provide is worse than an infidel.
No, I get that.
Well, you
but
can provide in other ways.
He is providing.
Yeah, because he didn't say provide money.
That's true. No, but also he is. How can I just like in the scenario that you said, you're making 3K and the man's making 900. He's still bringing something to the house.
Even if it's just for food.
It's different if he sat at home in his boxers, looking at you making 3K, and
then sleeping upstairs.
The Bible didn't say what you have to provide.
Yes, it just
as
said
long
provide.
as you're providing. And the funny thing is, a lot of the relationships where we say men lead the women, it can be things like guidance, being understanding, having conversations where, okay, she makes 100K a year, but she might have a business deal that she doesn't know how to approach. And she comes to you to talk about, and you give her guidance, she approaches it, and she closes the deal. That's leading. It doesn't have to be splashing cash or something. It doesn't have to be buying Coke. Okay, I bought you a glass of Coke, I bought you a can of Coke, all of a sudden I'm a provider.
Well, in Nigeria, when they talk provide, they mean money.
But
that's
let's not.
It's not black and white.
Well, you know, there's
some things I find black and white, like cheating, but life is not black and white.
There was this real life story of this lady. She was a top bank manager in Nigeria, and her husband was doing well. Then suddenly he lost his job and the business failed. Then she gave him like 13 million naira, which is like thousands of pounds, to invest in his business. He took this 13 million and was like moving with another girl, leaving splashing the money. So on so many occasions, women actually don't mind stepping up as a breadwinner. It's just that the men, of course, I don't want to be telling you, you can't provide, you're a failure. But some men don't even help the situation. Because when she found out, I gave you 13 million of my back end money, worked for my money, and yours, like, every second.
But I'm sorry, let me go back to this. Sometimes you see why men behave like that. Sometimes it's an example. I'm not in their life, but what I'm saying that some men, when, for example, men like responsibilities. For example, if he can't provide money, if he can't provide money, you'll be like, oh babe, there's this 10K. What do we do with it? It's getting him. You are involving him in it. You'll be like, all right, not just money now. But like, all right, we're getting a car.
Which car?
Which car would you like?
Even little things like what color should I paint my nails? What should I do to my hair?
So when you start making him feel like you see, everybody likes to have value. I don't know the people that don't add value. That is why one of the reasons for me to these days. I'm growing. I was like, if you're my friend and you're not really adding value these days, like, all right, okay, it's time to start living. Because no matter how much I love you, if you're not adding any value in any form of way, values come in different ways. Sometimes it could be words of encouragement, it could be your work ethic, it could be different things. But what everybody wants to be like, they have adding value to a person's life. But at this point, if the man feels like you just come, if there's one day just see one nice riding there. So, whose car is that? Like, I just bought the car. I'll be like, oh, how much is it? I bought it I bought it £6,000. You bought it yesterday. So what happened to the other one? Nothing. I just want this one. You don't run it by him. But I saw this house. So just tomorrow, pack your load. Where are we going to? We are going to. Let me know. I was going to say Bambi. Sorry. But we're going to. We're going to. No, please, let's not go there.
Even at that though, but like vice versa, because even as a girl, me personally, the type of girl that I am, I would not like you to just come home with just you just bought a car or you just bought a house. You didn't include me in the decision. I'll be like, hold on, like unless I said to you, oh, I really want this car, then it's a surprise birthday present. But not that you've gone to purchase a car for the family.
But for some women, you have to realize that we are unique people. Whether I would like to know what unique will be different. For some women, they don't care. Just bring the things to the house, bring the finance to the house. They don't mind. But for some people, you want to be involved. That's why I talk about value. I'm adding value to these people. I'm adding value to this. I'm not just in the relationship because I'm a man.
Shall I be honest though? In the scenario that we're talking about and in general, if it's finance is not your way, you need to find a way to add value.
Yeah.
And for me personally, it's on you to add value in that relationship.
Give your wife a freaking foot massage
because you need to find a way. Holidays. You need to find a way to do things where your wife goes or your partner goes, I can't leave you know what? I'm so happy to have you here. I'm so grateful for having you. And it doesn't need to, again, we keep saying it doesn't need to be you paying for the house or paying for the rent. Because really and truly, the money that you're going to give for something is not going to be as worthwhile as if you do something like taking a foot massage or taking on a surprise date or just words of encouragement or helping her through business deals, bro. There's so many things. And I can't lie, that guy just to me sounds like a bum, bro.
Do you feel like as a girl, the fact that she's making more, the fact that she's making more than him, do you feel like that means she can't be? No, that she's more in her masculine energy. Do you feel like as a woman who's making more money than the guy, it's more difficult for her to be in her feminine energy than to be submissive?
Yeah, no, it's I agree with what you said. It's more difficult, but I don't think it's not possible. You can definitely still be in your feminine energy, and the man can still definitely lead if you're in a situation where, for this point, for some reason, you're providing more finances. But masculine and feminine energy is more than just money. Money is a piece of paper. Yeah, it's a lot more. It's a lot more than that. And like I said before, the way she decides what to do with her money and what to do for the family, you might be the one leading that. She might just have the money. Yeah. So you might still be leading the situation, which means she's in her feminine energy and you're still in your masculine energy.
But then again, there are also some women that will be like, I'm the one bringing her the money. I'm the one making her the money. Why will you be the one to call the shot? I'm the one to call the shot. I call the shot. Yeah, there are women like that.
But that's what will happen.
There are women like that. I'm the one calling the shot. You can't call the shot.
If she's like that generally, then
flinging airs and doing this, doing everything. And so since the man is looking like, is it?
If in an argument, you're having a disagreement and you now want to wild out. If I'm the one who's actually paying the rent, I'll tell you, I'm paying the rent. So if you really want to act like this, pack your bags and leave, because it's me who owns this house at this point in time.
Yeah, but I
don't know how to explain it, but it's not about I'm paying the rent, I'm doing more than you, but it's kind of like it's in that case, it's more of like a reminder of I'm not just a random person from the side of the street. We are in this together. So don't just talk anyhow and think that I'm supposed to just.
But shall I be honest with you though? Let me just jump in here. I get what you're saying, but anytime you have that response to any man on the planet, he's not gonna take it the way you just said it.
Yeah.
Well, he's always every man on the planet will always take it as you're belittling me, you're trying to disrespect me, this, that.
Exactly.
I hear what you're saying, because you're saying that I've invested just as much as you have, or even more. So any discussion or argument or whatever, I'm here for the long run, just as much as you are. Yeah. However, the way men's brains are wired and the way we are, as the moment you start saying, I'm the one that pays for this, I'm the one that does this, I'm the one that does that, he's gonna think, so what? Are you the man in the relationship? Yeah. Am I below you or something? Do you lead me in the relationship? And I feel like some women don't really understand that certain things that you say will always trigger any man. And same with men. Certain things that you say will trigger a woman. Yeah. No matter what woman it is as well. Yeah. So
I'll make an example. When I was growing up, man, they put us under so much pressure from day one.
You make it sound like as if you're 50.
No, I'm not 50.
Disclaimer, Judy's a young boy.
Yeah, I'm a young boy. But no. But the thing is, no, but
disclaimer,
no,
Judy's
but
a young boy.
But the thing is, I grew up with growing up. I hanged out with older people, so older people. My elder brother friends were my friends, so I grew up. I was business partner with my father, so we're not just. It was my father. We're doing business together. I would call him as these people pay this money. But growing up, I realized that first of all, they put you from a baby from when you were like 2, 3. There are things there are things that spanking. I was spanking Mr. and they're like, boy, don't do that. But so many things I let go. I can't spank. I just like, oh, you're a guy. I need to make her look like, I'll use an Igbo. In Igbo, you know the way Ada carry themselves. I need to teach her, oh, you are an Ada. Carry yourself like this. Don't do this. Don't do that. Don't do this. You're the first daughter. No, whatever you want, you'll be able to come to me or come to mommy. Do like that. But with a guy in Nigeria, growing up in an average home, shout out to my father, he gave us everything we wanted. But growing up the way we grew up, it wasn't easy. And they have to let you know that, see, for you to get a good woman, you have to have money. There were people there was a time where Leland was, I was in Nigeria, where she'd be like, all right, 50 pounds, 40 pounds, I need my man to take care of himself. And they'll be like, oh, this guy's not going to buy.
That's not how I sound.
No. And they'll be like, I need you to, But then, my friends will be like, this girl's never gonna respect you. I'm like, why? Oh, she's never gonna respect you because she's giving you money, and everybody, when a woman gives men money, they don't respect them. Easy. And now she's in abroad, she's in the UK. There's no of culture there. This girl just gonna come one day when you tell her, I told her she'll slap you. You slap me, chief. I've been to the palace. No, she can't do that. But it's these things, and they let us from age 7, 4, they start teaching you that as a man you have to be this, you have to be the provider, you have to do this, men don't cry, men don't do this, men don't do that. If you don't have money, you can't get certificate. And currently in the country where you see young boys who do fraudulent and useless stuff to get money, they go for the big girls. Because,
and they get them.
Yeah, they get them because now they are growing up, they let them know that the way to get good girls or to get the girls that you want is having money. They don't tell them that you have to have other values. You have to have respect. You have to be honest. You have to be loyal. None of these things. They just tell them get money.
Yeah, well, that is like I was saying about the other situation about how mom's friend, her mom told her that he's bringing you money, so it doesn't really matter. So through the culture that they were coming from, you had all you needed was to have money. You didn't have anything else.
Do you know why?
Nowadays, girls are asking for more. They're not planning to just you bring money and that's it.
You see,
because I can also bring
money. And men, those kind of men. Sorry, Chini. This kind of men that have lived like that are scared of those kind of ladies. When they see a working class woman, a woman that is. A woman that takes care of herself, a woman that has money, a woman that
get involved, or they want to get involved to bring her down.
They want to tear down like, oh no, you're not supposed to do this.
See me, I prefer that. I prefer that for the reason of, first of all, if we're both bosses, we can boss together. Secondly, like, I don't want to be with people where they're so dependent on somebody else. If, for example, you're with a woman that is a housewife, whatever you do, she and you both have structured her life in such a way where she's fully dependent on you. Her house is dependent on you. Her finances are dependent on you. Whether she eats today or tomorrow depends on you.
I have a friend. Let me even use this as an example. I have a friend that this guy was close. I don't want to say his name. We're very close. My best friend for like a long time, longest time of my life. When I told him how I was getting married, he was like, "Why you get married? There's nothing like why you get married?" I'm like, I love this lady, and I feel like I'm in a nice place. This is the perfect time for me to get married. It was one day, like, he didn't say anything. I'm bearing in mind this person is close to us, right? They talk, but for some weird reason.
Do you know who the person is?
for some weird reason, he stopped talking to me. I was wondering, why is this guy not talking to me anymore? I've tried to call, I've sent messages. At one point, I felt like he has disappeared from the world. At this point, I didn't know what was happening. I was just wondering, why will you want to? If he's somebody that didn't know anything about Lillian, I'd be all right. So probably because he didn't know the girl, but he just felt like you're not at a level where you should get married now, and now that's why I feel like then he felt like you're not at the level where you should get married. I feel like this girl is she not above your league? Is she not? Are you ready? Not above your league like every other. Like, are you ready? Do you have money? Because then I won't blame him, because the term of growing up, man should be the provider. He was thinking like in his mind, I'm looking out for my guy. I'm just looking out for my guy. I don't want him to go up and misbehave. There was something he said one time jokingly where it was like, when I told him like, oh, we're just joking, I was like, after marriage I won't wait, I'll just have child. They were like, no, I should wait for him to get money to spoil my child. So now it's feeling like we're not even at that level or yet. What do we have to show for? What in his mind, like, do you have 50,000 pounds or like? They just believe. That's why you see a lot of men. They are ready. They have the girl. They have everything. They're just like, I need more money, because then they start feel like the way this lady will respect me is if I have more money. The way this marriage will work is if I have more money. Thinking about it, like, oh, because for no reason he didn't show up at the wedding. He didn't come for the wedding. He didn't come for the, and this is. Growing up as kids, we've talked about things like this, like, oh, like, bro, my wedding day, this is what I would do. Like, no, I'll just be at the corner. Like, for him not to have come, because we have talked about those things before, like, on your wedding, I'll do this. You know, the way I have friends, just like, on your wedding, I'll do this thing, on your wedding day. But he didn't come because he felt like, you're getting married too quick because you don't have the money now. You don't have, not as if I was broke, but it was like, you need to have a lot of money, because what women respect in Nigeria, Africa, is more money.
What do
you understand?
Like, because me, if my good friend didn't come to my wedding for their personal problems, we wouldn't be friends after.
Yeah, but that is like, I can't say we're friends now because.
But you did reach out to him.
Yeah, because from
he
there.
He wished him a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And this guy saw it and didn't respond.
Yeah, but
after not showing up to his wedding.
Yeah, but
you have to remember who is sending.
No. I'm trying to say that some people can actually take it so personal, because when he told him that I'm getting married, I remember vividly he said to him, "What have you achieved that you want to get married? Do you even have money?"
That's crazy.
So imagine a man when his wife is providing.
You see,
and he's not the one providing, automatically.
Imagine if the topic, and the good thing is that after getting married, boom, I was rich.
For me, if I say that, if that person says that to me, that's
cut off from
it.
There.
We are no longer anything.
But you see, you know,
is that mentality a lot of men have? That's why when he's not the man providing, he feels like he's failed.
Coming from Africa, you're like that. Coming from Nigeria, that background, that's what we know. That's the life he knows. What he was saying is not because he was looking out for me.
Yeah.
If we have a conversation, I'll be like, bro, that's no.
And it's not just the woman still, it's the woman's family, the in-laws.
Yeah.
Like, they respect the husband more when
that
he
is
has
richer.
money. Like you know when they say money stop nonsense. When he has money, if the man comes and say, "Oh, I'm doing this," all the family members say, "Yeah, yes sir, okay sir, we are happy, you'll do it for us." But when he doesn't have money, say, "This one, you cannot even, you're coming to talk. Is it because my daughter even married a man like you? We will let her marry you."
So you see, stuff like that will start affecting.
Let her marry you. That's crazy.
Yeah. You see, but with these things start affecting a man negatively. So hence some of his behavior, some of his actions.
Where is he in Nigeria? The person.
The guy.
Yeah, this should be.
Yeah.
So you're saying, so he wanted to leave that negative environment. That's kind of what he's trying to say.
Not just the negative.
He have a plan though.
Yeah, but
so
he
feels was in a situation where his wife was providing for him.
No. He's talking about the reason that they're no longer friends or whatever happened is because his friend sees it as you're supposed to have this amount of money before you get married, and he's not that he's being negative, but he's just trying to look out for him to say, to be married you need to be ready in this way, and you're not. So why are you doing it?
Yes, because that's his life we know.
Yeah, that's
but
how
it's kind of true though. But I think it really does depend on the person that you're marrying as well. Because some things for some marriages, for some people, are like non-negotiables. Like my thing, for example, is you can't ask me to marry you and you don't have a place that you're staying, because are we planning to stay in your mum's house or are you planning to stay in my mum's house? That's what we need to ask ourselves. Do you get it? So somebody else, there might be another girl out there who's like, no, you don't have to have anywhere that you're staying. We can get married now, and then we can figure it all out later. So it's one of those things where you can't really tell somebody whether they are or they're not, because you don't know what conversation they have had in their relationship to say, do you know what, we are ready, because on the tick box of things to do, we said we were gonna maybe just have a car and we have stable jobs, so now we get married, we finance our marriage, then we go house hunting. Do you get? Some people want to do it in that way.
I would agree, and why I want to add to that as well is why you can't tell anybody, because your friend might say, to get married you need 1 million. Your other friend might say, to get married you need 5 million. The other friend might say, to get married you need 10 million. So
to marriage you need 0.
So it just depends on where the person is and their perspective on what they want to do with their marriage.
It depends on the individual that you're dealing with, because your wife really and truly might want a wedding that costs £50. Your wife wants a wedding that costs £5 million. Exactly. So if you don't have 5 million, you cannot get out of your chair and say you're going to marry her, because you cannot finance her. But if she wants a £50 wedding and you're making 3k a year, a month, then have your wedding. Do what you need to do. You could have had it yesterday.
That's why I think the guy was trying to relocate, because he felt being in a country where, like, because Nigeria is hard.
And I feel like Nigeria as well pushes those society pressures. You can't just be in
so
your
if
bubble.
it was going to even the playing ground, being not necessarily UK, it could be Canada, it could be wherever.
But we have to change.
Being here, for example, even is the playing ground, in the sense that his wife could be earning 3k, but he can hustle. He can be doing multiple jobs and be raking in like 2k plus.
I think
it's not really that raking in. Because if you're moving for how much money you could rake in, you have a plan. But from what I'm hearing now,
does he have a plan?
It's more like he's just trying to start again and get away from the societal pressures.
She said he had a plan. She didn't give details.
But I thought
but you know the
because
thing.
she said he had come to her telling her of how their life will be better.
Listen, let's listen here. Sometimes when we say life will be better in another country, it could be the environment.
The grass is greener where you water.
Where you water it.
That's just the
so now let's look at the picture now. You're saying let's come to we're in the UK, so let's UK for example. Let's go to the UK now. What is the plan when we get here? You can't just say when we come here, we'll get job. Everybody are getting job. People are relocating.
That sounds so much like.
So everybody thinks
it's
like.
The pound sterling.
Everybody think like let's come. But then again, you're coming. Or what is coming to the UK? Is it a short-term plan?
No, like he wants to shock the whole family.
And that's what I'm saying now. Like, if I'm going to tell my wife that is any more than me, let's leave Nigeria. Let's leave Cameroon. Let's leave Ghana, wherever we're. To a better country where money has more value. Is it a long-term plan? Is it a short-term plan? If we go here, what are the opportunities for me? What are the opportunities for our kids? What would even if I'm not making money from my degree from school, with my skill, what can I get? What if there are not talks like this? I wouldn't want to come here. Living in Nigeria to UK, living in Nigeria before we came here, we had like discussions. Like, so what if we get here? What will we do?
Facts.
We have family. Okay, with family they can be set up. If we're able to work out, we'll be able to get this amount and do this. But we can't just wake up because everybody, because you are uploading fine pictures of fine everything. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm coming to the UK as well.
Stupid, bro.
That's what.
Can I add as well? Why? It's not even just. I agree with the fact that you have to have conversations, but his plan actually has to make sense.
Makes sense.
Because why would your wife and your family say she's making 200k a year. Why would your wife and your family leave a situation where she's making a lot of money and she's given her children and the family
a good life,
very good lifestyle, for him to move, including him to move to everyone to move to another country? The plan has to make sense as well.
Yeah.
So he can't just say, "Oh yeah, this is what I want to do. This is what's gonna happen." It kind of has to make sense, and financially, logically, rationally, it needs to make sense as well. Yeah. Because you're leaving a lot of stuff behind.
Yeah.
In Nigeria though, because everybody's so in on each other's business, you can't, like here, if your wife is making more than you, nobody really knows unless they ask. No one knows who bought the plane ticket. No one knows who's, do you get what I'm saying? Even if you're flexing, but nobody really knows where the money's coming from. People are flexing together. You may be feeling a type of weight in your house, but when you go to work, nobody knows. Nobody knows.
And nobody cares.
No one cares. No one cares. Like, your house is your house. But in Nigeria, because everybody's so in each other's business, and that's probably one of the reasons what's making it worse, that he's feeling less like a man, he's feeling this, he's feeling that, because people will be telling him, your wife is buying your plane ticket, your wife is the one who fed you, this outfit you're wearing, your wife is probably the one who bought it. So making him feel worse than he probably would be feeling if he was in another country. So that might be another reason. I mean, he won't know because obviously he's not here, so culturally he won't know what we do. Because a lot of people who come here, they'll still be like, "Oh, I can't wear pajamas to the store." I'm like, nobody cares if you wear pajamas. If you want to go to the store naked, it's up to you. I'm going to buy my milk and leave. Like, do you get? But that might be another reason he wants to escape that bubble of individuals, so that he does not have to deal with that emotional everyday drama. So that might be a reason why he's just planning to just up and leave altogether.
That might be an excuse though. He might just have to go through that and come out the other side.
Affairs.
Like I said, if it was me, I'm staying back on my good job.
Like I said, if you want to move, if we want to move, first of all, there have to be a plan, concrete one. A plan that then realistic goals, we set realistic goals. What are we going to achieve at this time? Because what I like, there are also some men actually leech. They just leech off women. They just, well, let's go here. And when they get here, if we're in Nigeria, you are not making enough. Some men will come here, they still not make enough. The woman will still be making it. The woman will still be making. So if I have a plan, if there's a plan that for not just for me, the kids, or is it long term, is it short term, I don't mind. I'll go. Yeah,
my perspective on this is, if the plan makes sense, like concrete, like Jude said, the plan makes sense, I'm all for it. But then I would also look at how does this affect my wife and if it affect my family. If the opportunity for me is great, but it's detrimental to my family, either I might not take it, and I might replan and see what I can do in Nigeria and make things happen, or do I have to go there on my own and make things happen and then come back or bring my family? Because at the end of the day, your family is what matters in this situation, so it can't be detrimental to them.
I feel like if it was me, I would end up finding a way where I can still be working in my job even if we're in another country. Like, I wouldn't just up and leave my job,
your career.
Do you get what I'm saying? Because I know I worked on this career. I didn't just wake up and end up here.
Because she didn't wake up any in a large amount.
So I either will find a way to stay there, or find, especially if it's a company like that in Nigeria, they most likely have international something. So if you really just want to, it's not going to be that we move to another country and I'm making no money to make you feel better. If you really want us to move to this other country, no problem. I will find a way to make what I'm making times 2 there. If you want to do well for yourself, do well. If you don't want to do well, don't do well. It's like, do you get what I'm saying? But you will not cause me to be any less because you're feeling insecure. I'm here to brighten you. So if you don't want to be brightened, there's nothing I can do about that. But I will not dim myself down so that you can be dark and the two of us can be dark together. Do you get? So that's kind of what I would say.
Alright guys, I hope you have had a nice time. Thank you for listening and watching and sharing. We're in no way saying go and do this. But we're just saying what we would do.
Because I don't want to hear Onay said, so now I did. Like,
thank you for the support in advance. Please, we need all the love, all the support. Want to thank everybody. Shout out to the people on set with us. Shout out to our director that's behind the camera. You're just the best. Thank you to our Chini, is a video editor, Nay, the vibe, Lillian, she's a doctor, Jude, I'm everything. Thank you guys. See you on the next episode. Bye, guys.